Hello and welcome to 9 to 5 Data, where we talk about everything data analytics. In the previous video, we'll talk about the modeling tab, and in this video, we'll be talking about the view tab. The view tab is one of the important tabs on the report view. This tab allows us to set themes for our report, set up the different page view for our report, and also let us see how our report is performing in terms of the visual load. So the first option when it comes to this view tab is the themes. So if you have used PowerPoint, so this should be familiar to you a bit. So in Power BI, we also have themes, and this is how we control the feel of our report, the colors, the text, fonts, and the text size. So we have a drop-down menu by this side where we can see what is the current report theme that we are using, and this is the fourth one. This is the current theme that we have in our report. And when we look at this place, we see that there is also a whole lot of themes for us to use, and when we come down, we can also import a theme into our report. And also there's theme gallery. If you click on this, it takes you to Power BI community where you can have access to themes that a whole lot of different Power BI users have created. And also there's an option for you to customize themes, so you can change the color or based on your organization branding. And there's advanced options again where you can put a whole lot of colors and then set the font family and the size and also the color, and then for the visuals. So this allows you to set up the branding based on your organization branding. And also moving on to the next subsection where we have the scale to fit subsection, and there's a button here which is called page view. Clicking on the drop down arrow beside it, you see that there are three options, which is fit to width, fit to page, and the actual size. So this allows you to set the experience of people viewing your dashboard or your report. So for example, the most important one I use is fit to width because it actually fits to the width of whatever size or screen size people are using. So in a very large organization, people work with maybe tablet, laptop, or even desktop. So irrespective of where they are viewing your dashboard, they always have the same seamless experience. And if you use actual size, it also shows the actual size of your report. So this is very important to know which one we are working with. So by default, it's going to be set to fit to page, but the page size and everything we are going to show us in the upcoming video where to control that. So moving on to the one that also looks similar to it is the mobile layout. And if you click on the mobile layout, it just changes to mobile layout for you. And working with mobile layout is really different from the desktop view, because in the mobile layout, as you can see, there's limited real estate to work with. So it has a different way of designing your report on this place. So to go back to our default view, so there's an option at this bottom left corner, which is the desktop layout view. Click on it and you'll be back to the normal view. So the next subsection we have is the page option, and this is important. We have three options here. We have the grid lines, we have the snap to grid, and we have lock objects. So if you click on them right now, nothing happens because they actually become very active when we have a report on our canvas. So let me just click on a report, and this is just an empty visual. By clicking on grid lines, then you see that the report canvas has changed to grid lines. And then if you check this snap to grid, then when you're moving your report around the canvas, then there's option for you to just snap it around the grid, and it should definitely align to any of the grid that you want. And if you're dragging it, so automatically it aligns or snap to any part of the grid. So the other one that we have is the lock object. Lock object make it impossible to move object around the visual. So let me uncheck these, and irrespective of the numbers of visuals we have on our canvas, so let's say we have this, and let me bring another one in. So we have these three empty visuals, and if you have lock object checked, then it will be difficult or impossible to move any of these visuals around the canvas. So it's really important sometimes when you have a lot of visuals that you're designing and you have set them at a particular grid size and you don't want any of them moving around or breaking the arrangement you have designed. So it is important, or it is very useful at that point. So the next one, let's uncheck all these. So the next subsection is the show pane. So on the report view, we already have some panes on the report view. So if you look at the right hand side, we have the filter pane, we have the visualizations pane, and we have the data pane. So on this show pane now, we can show additional pane in our report view under the view tab. So if we click on the first one, we have this is the filter, which is already showing on the report view. So if you click on it, then it disappears, and if you click back on it, then it comes back again. And this is where you set filter for the visual or for the page or for the report in general. So we'll still talk more about all the panes that we have in the report view. We'll talk more about them in the upcoming video. So if you click on the bookmark, then it appears in the report view. This is where we set bookmarks, just like, you know, you are browsing a website and you do a bookmark. So, and sometimes we use it to produce interactive and dynamic visualization. And let me untick it. So check the next one, tick the next one, which is selection, which allows you to see the elements or items that are on your report canvas. So for example, we have 3 empty visuals, and that is what we are seeing in the selection. And also if we click on the performance analyzer, this is where we can monitor or see the details of how much time it takes for our reports to load. So from here we can actually see what is the query or what is the DAX formula that is preventing our report from loading as fast as possible. And also the last one, which is the sync slicers. So this is where we sync slicers from one report to the other report, or from one page to the other page, to allow us for seamless comparison of our dashboard of our report. So in upcoming videos, we'll be talking more about these pins and what each of them really means and how we use them. So that is everything we have for these view tabs. So don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.